Hello, and welcome to our instructional video on configuration for priorities and escalation. Priorities are the key to keeping track of your inquiries. You can add as many priorities as you need. You should take some time to think how you will utilize priorities and what type of priorities you need. Important! Once you have assigned a priority to an inquiry, hot tip, known issue, task, RMA, or to an active bulletin board posting, you will not be able to modify the priority name or delete it from the system. Let's get started! From the main configuration window, select the Priorities and Escalation option. On the main screen, the first tab labeled Priorities is where all your custom priorities will be displayed. By default, you will see built-in priorities: low, medium, high, and critical. You are welcome to use the defaults. You can create your own unique priorities like we did. Here you can see we have a range of priorities for use by our sales team, support team, and R&D team. You can always add more priorities when needed. The column labeled Escalate After. This will get set if you enable escalation for this priority. The order number is simply that, a numeric order in which the priorities will be displayed in the drop-down pick list that will be available from the inquiries, known issues, and RMAs. Yes, in case you are wondering, you can have duplicate order numbers. It would just place the priorities together in the list. To add a new priority, click on Add Priority button. This will open the detail screen about your priority. Give your priority a unique name and a sort number. You can also change the color themes. Be careful on your color themes not to select background colors that will make the text invisible. For example, white text with yellow highlight. If you want to enable escalation and email notification, these are optional and can be done now or later. For now, we will enable both and go through the process. So, check off both options. Now you should see two more tabs. First up is the escalation settings. Here you are going to set when and how this priority escalates. You can escalate inquiries in minutes, hours, or days. So, start by entering a number value in the inbox. Then select when to escalate from the drop-down pick list. If you want to change the priority at the time of escalation, drop the pick list and select a new priority. You can also change the owner of the inquiry at the time of escalation. In this example, in 2 days the current priority Tech will change to priority Tech 2, and the owner will not change. Now let's move on to the escalation email settings. This section is optional, and you can specify a list of users to notify by email when an inquiry escalates. Example, maybe you want to notify the supervisors. The list you see is populated from your configured users. Please take note. Be sure these users have an email address configured in their user profile settings. You can also add an outside email address for a user that may not have a user profile set up in the system. In this example, once the inquiry escalates to Tech 2 priority, the owner of the inquiry and Josie B will each receive an email that the inquiry just escalated. Click the Save button to return to the main window. Now you can configure a default priority for new inquiries created. Click on the Default Priorities tab. Select a priority from the drop-down pick list. For every new inquiry created, this will be the priority selected. The user can always change the priority. In this example, every new inquiry will have a priority of Tech. If you want to use a custom script to determine your default, then do not set a default item. This will cause a conflict. Checkbox the Use function to determine default priority. This will open the script editor. Important! You are 100% responsible for making sure your script is correct and works. We do not troubleshoot or support custom scripts. Use the Object Pascal help link for more information on writing scripts. If you are not familiar with scripting or your script is not working, do not use this feature. Once you have completed this section, save your selection and return to the main window. Click Save again to return to the main configuration menu. If you enabled escalation, you need to complete two more settings, which is done in Configuration, HelpDesk Services, and Scheduler. Turn on the services. If you are just escalating without email notify, checkbox the Do Not Send Escalation email notification. However, if you are configured to email notify, then select either the outbound email that may already be configured, or if you have not yet configured email services, have no plans to use the email services, or have configured multiple outbound email accounts, then you need to configure the other outbound email account. The last option you can set up for escalation is Holiday Schedule. This allows you to block off days that the process will not run. Example: your office is closed the week of Christmas, and you don't want any inquiries escalating over this time period. Once you complete this part of the configuration, click Save and Exit. Now we need to set up the scheduled task. From a HelpDesk client, go to the Options menu and select Scheduler. Select the scheduled task you wish to configure. In this case, it would be Inquiry Priority Escalation. Double-click to open the configuration window. Check the Active box to start the task. Use your left mouse key to drag over the grid for the time frame you want this task to run. Then click the Schedule button. Next, set how often you want the task to run. Then click OK. To clear the schedule, just reverse your steps. Use the left mouse key, select the green boxes on the grid, and click the Clear button. From the Scheduled Task window, you will be able to see when the next run is scheduled and when the last one was ran. That's it! You're done with priorities and escalation. Of course, you can return here anytime to add, edit, and remove priorities. Thank you, and we hope you found this video to be helpful. For more how-to videos, please visit our YouTube channel.